Hey, I've got this Westinghouse stereo. It's just kind of an interesting design. It's kind of just unassuming and stately. I mean, there's not even any dial on it. In fact, I'm not even sure what I'm looking at here. Is this thing just a... it can't be a radio. What the heck am I talking about? It's just, it's a, what, an amplifier. This thing has been here for many weeks, and this is the first time I've actually been able to plug it in and check it out. And I've just been that busy, so okay, what do we got here? It is, well, 7025. That's basically a 12AX7 and a pair of 35C5s, the right and left outputs. This is just a, what? What? It's just an amp. Oh yeah, I see. Okay, so the speakers, okay, built-in speakers, and then it's got a stereo input jack. Interesting. That it's mono. Okay, anyway, let's plug this thing and see what happens. And tell you about everything else that I know. Obviously, this one really got me. Anything? Looks like somebody added these vent holes here. Wait, yeah, well, okay, we got some light. Okay, I have a little bit of hum. Just like an ambient sort of buzz, like the buzz you get from, well, anyway. It seems to be working. I don't know what the trouble is. Let's get the back cover off and have a look inside. Okay, yeah, this thing has a typical cheater cord on the back, so of course we have to... Yeah, oh, look at that, yeah. Oh, those old paper caps. And then the original electrolytic. Oh, and the, you can't really see that, but that finned thing back there, the old selenium rectifier, that needs to go. So let's get a cheater cord on this thing. And I think I have one, but here. I have them laying all over the place here. Okay, I think we can eliminate this cover now. Good old mixer cords. Don't think I turned it back off. Maybe I did. No. Okay, so honestly, I don't even remember what the original complaint was on this thing. Maybe he just wanted it recapped. Sucker's microphonic. A little bit, not too bad. Yes, I guess this thing is just like a remote amplified speaker for something. Matter of fact, I recall seeing something like this on a like a standalone 4-track. It had a built-in amplifier for one channel, and it had a remote extension speaker with its own built-in amp for the other channel. So, anyway, neither here nor there. I'll have to let him know what I found and see if he wants this thing recapped. Well, I got this thing out of the cabinet now. Excuse me. And it's built interestingly. It's got this copper-plated steel chassis and a piece of another piece of copper-plated steel across the bottom. This is obviously where it was mounted. But yeah, we need to go ahead with a recap on this, and I suggested to him. I just told him that I was going to be changing this out with a silicon diode, and it'll make it a lot more reliable. See, these old selenium rectifiers are actually hazardous. If they ever short out, or if some component in the chassis shorts out, draws too much current through that thing cooks. It actually releases a toxic gas, so we really want to eliminate that. Oh boy. Pull these tubes out. Oh, hey, look at that. Woo. Put that back on. Okay. Attempting the old one-handed screw job. Not too bad. This thing should be a breeze, just pretty much changing components on the board. So let's see what we have under here. Oh, we got one. All right, get to do some recapping now. Okay, so I've got this thing mostly done. I've replaced the bypass caps here, here, and I've replaced this multi-sectional filter can with 3 independent capacitors. Now, the last thing to do here is to take this selenium rectifier out and replace it with something that's going to be a little less hazardous. What I've decided to do is pull this thing out and I have a 1N4000 series 1 amp diode, which is fine. I mean, this thing will rectify much more current than this will, even given its smaller size. But what I have to do is I have to insert some extra resistance in series with this, because this basically, I mean, in addition to being a rectifier, it also has some internal resistance, and I want to try to emulate that the best I can to keep the output voltage from being too high. So I'm going to put this standoff resistor in here, and it'll actually fit right where the selenium came out. There are these two pads here. Let's see if I can get this to focus. Like that. So, okay, drop this in there. But we still need to put a diode in somewhere. This thing bent over. Yeah, ought to do it. So I think what I'm going to do is just kind of, since this was the cathode side of the rectifier feeding into the filter capacitor, I'm going to break into this trace here, and I'm going to solder that diode underneath here, so it'll look nice and clean on the top with that in place, and we should be all done.